So I started this morning off with biscuits and gravy, and I filled up my pan full of water, and I'm using that Pioneer peppered gravy, 2 packs of it. It's for me and the wife and the kids if they decide to eat any, which usually they don't. Wind up eating most of it myself, and I just use those frozen biscuits like you get from certain places. There's a local meat store where my daughter goes to school who makes those biscuits frozen. I buy theirs, and that's what we have. And cook up that gravy nice and thick and hot, and it is always delicious. I like it. It's easy. If you know what you're doing. I have seen people mess it up, but I think I've got it down to a science. From that same meat store, I got some fresh, mild sausage that they package there themselves. It's the best sausage around, and it's really good. And I got it mild. They have the hot also. So I cooked up 2 patties of that. No one ate sausage but me. I got it good and crispy, and then me and the wife sat down for breakfast, and broke up the biscuits and topped them off with that delicious thick white sawmill gravy. Love that stuff. And then the wife did the same. We both enjoy sitting down and having breakfast on these cold days. It snowed again last night, and we're kind of stuck in the house this morning. So what else can you do, right? But enjoy a good breakfast. So got me a piece of that fresh cooked sausage. It's a little crispy on both sides the way I like it. That sausage is very good. It does not cook down like commercial sausage like Jimmy Dean or something like that would. It actually holds itself together very well, and it is sausage and that gravy and those biscuits. They just something about they go great together. Loved it. Loved every minute of it. So from there, the wife and I went to town, and we ordered Wendy's. I got fries, a drink, and I got a new burger. It had some kind of bourbon sauce on it. I can't remember what it's called. It's like a bacon bourbon burger with it had like bacon and some kind of crunchy onion ring type things on it, I guess. It was very, very delicious. It was a good sandwich. First time I ever had it, and I got a double. You could choose between a double, a single, or a triple. I got the double, and I kept the paper on it because it is really messy. That stuff drips everywhere, but it is so delicious. What a good sandwich that is. I see more of those in my future for sure. And that was it for food for the day. I didn't eat anything else today. Which brings us to right now. We are just kicking back at the end of the day. The sun is already set. It is almost 7 p.m. We had our last meal around 4:30, so over an hour ago, and we drinking a cup of coffee to finish off our day. Now, I usually drink coffee in the morning, which I had a cup this morning, and here lately, since I have not been eating anything past 5 o'clock, I get to craving something other than sodas and water. So a cup of coffee is perfect. It's something I can sip on. But the caffeine is an issue this late in the evening because, of course, it'll wire you up. So what I did was went to Walmart. I got a box of that premium roast McCafe coffee, decaf. So this is decaf, and I had my first cup of it last night, and it didn't affect me at all. You know, this for decaf, this is a really good brand. It tastes really good. I drink my coffee black, and it is just as good as the Folgers that I drink in the morning time. I may invest in some of that, some more McCafe coffees. It's pretty good. I like it. I like it. It was the only decaf, what is it, Keurig coffees that they had, the pods. So that's what I got. It was the only decaf they had. So I took a chance on it, and it's paying off. I really like it. It's really good, very enjoyable. Something to sip on in the evening and just relax and take it easy and reflect on your day. We had a good day. It's been a good week. We've ate all kinds of bad for you stuff, and according to the scale, I'm doing very well. I can't wait to Monday to show you all of the results that I am getting through this intermittent fasting schedule that I've been doing since January the 1st. My protocol is in place and working very good. And so far I have not counted any calories or any kind of macros. I haven't done anything like that, and the weight loss has been very, very effective. I'm kind of in shock about it, but I guess I should not be, because back in my childhood, I was born in the 70s, so I was born in 71. So there was a lot of old folks around at that time, my grandparents and people from those generations from, I'm not sure what year my grandmother was born, but she had a older sister that was like a grandmother to me. She was like a third grandmother to me. I actually spent more time with her than I did either set of my grandparents growing up, which my grandparents, all of my grandparents had a lot to do with me growing up. I stayed with my dad's mom and dad while my parents worked when I was very young, and they took me to kindergarten there for a while, and I would spend the nights in the summertime there. And my mother's mother and father, my grandparents on her side, my grandmother, she carries to church every Wednesday night, and they would feed us supper on those Wednesdays, and we would sit and watch reruns of Good Times after we would eat between then and time to go to church. It was a very, very enjoyable time of my life, doing those type of things with my grandparents. But my great aunt on my grandmother's side, I spent just about every weekend and all of the summers with her, and she was very good to me, buy me anything I want. But my grandparents, when I was getting that, I went off on a rant. They'd all say, you have to eat when food was available, when food was ready. Like, you had to eat breakfast when it was on the table, lunch and supper when it was on the table, or you didn't eat. You didn't snack in between. And they would all say, you don't go to bed on a full stomach. So about between 5 and 5:30 back in those times, you eat, or you didn't get anything to eat. You eat what was available, what was given to you, or you didn't get to eat at all. And everyone was thin. Well, I wouldn't say everyone was thin off it, but everybody was at a healthy weight. Healthier weights anyway. People were still overweight, but they weren't what you call obese uh, for those times. And it's because they had a more controlled environment. It wasn't until in the 80s when a lot of junk food was introduced into the homes and stuff like that. And that's one of my downfalls there, was all of the available cheap junk food that came along and fast food. But even in the 70s, we'd eat fast food and stuff like that, but it would count as a meal, is my point. Kind of like what I'm doing now. And once that meal was finished, you were done. You were done until the next meal, or you were done until the next day. And you ate when it was ready, or you didn't get a chance to eat. So intermittent fasting was actually born a long time ago. Somebody just decided to put a fancy name on it and call it a diet. It's really not. It's something that's been known and people have done in the past, way before they decided to put any protocols on it. It's a practice I used to do to control weight in my teenage to into my young 20s before, and even after I got married for a while. Kept my weight down doing this very thing. But it's just too easy to go grab in between meals, in between snacks for meals, like cookies and little Debbie cakes and Twinkies and those type of things. It's what it is my biggest downfall, doing stuff like that in between meals and eating after supper, snacking after supper, and going to sleep with a full stomach of potato chips and all kinds of bad for you stuff. But anyway, I'm going to enjoy the rest of my cup of coffee. We have day 22 out of the way, and we will see you tomorrow for day 23 of the diet. I don't know what it's going to bring yet. I don't have a clue, but we'll figure it out together tomorrow. Till then, have a good one.